I bow to all the seekers of truth. We are all people who are seeking the truth. But maybe we don't know how to find it. Now we don't know what is the truth is. There are two problems. That we don't know how to find the truth. Now already in our Shastras, and everything, Grantha Sahib, everywhere it is written that you have to receive your self-knowledge, Atma-Gyan. You have to have knowledge about yourself. One may think we have the knowledge, but it's not absolutely correct to say that. What you have to see, whatever knowledge you have, is it known collectively among all the saints, all the great prophets? The knowledge is the same. So we have to go to that level of awareness. We have to reach that higher state by which we know the truth, not only the truth, but we know for definite that it is the truth. It is not just because I am saying, it's not just because some others are saying, because some books are saying, but it is something that you should know yourself. And how do you verify it is the problem. Whether it is the truth or not, whether it is the reality or not. Can you imagine? It's all built in within us, that we have an instrument within us which can give us full idea as to what are we, what we have, what problems we have, and how to solve them. For that, to get your self-knowledge, we call it self-realization. Already our Creator has kept a beautiful thing called Kundalini in the triangular bone that we have, which is called as a sacred bone in the Greek language, sacrum. Why was it called? Nobody knows. But even the medical science calls it a sacrum bone. In this bone lies 3.5 coiled power, which we call as Kundalini. All of us have got. Whether you belong to this religion or that religion makes no difference. All human beings all over the world have got this Kundalini there. And if she somehow awakens and passes through 6 centers, subtle centers, pierces through your fontanel bone area, then you get connected to the divine, which is all pervading. It has to happen. It is not just I certify or you certify or anybody certify. It has nothing to do with what you do about religion, about God. It is something inside. It is something that is detached, which has to happen to all of you. Unfortunately, I have come to this country, perhaps the last I've been to so many other countries, but I don't know why. I come very late to this country and I find there are so many seekers. Also not only seekers but also people who come here just to distract the people from the truth. Their aim is just to make money or something else. This power has nothing to do with money. It's your mother. It's only your mother. And she knows everything about it. Everything is recorded in that coil. All about your past, all about your, what you can call the aspirations and all such things. She knows what mistakes you have committed. She knows. And that your aspirations are to rise higher also she knows. And you need somebody to awaken that Kundalini. That's why in our Shastras we think we should have a Guru. A Guru doesn't mean a person who goes on giving a lecture or a person who goes on getting money or something. It's not that. Guru is a person who can awaken your Kundalini and can give you self-realization. If the Guru doesn't do that, no use having such a Guru. So that is the problem now, that many people have never even heard about Kundalini. They don't know there is any such power within us, inside us, that we have to have awakening of Kundalini. Now we have problems, all of us. There is a problem coming from the past, can be from the future, from your attitude. But all these problems it surpasses and passes through these 6 centers. We are seeing the last center here on top of what we call is the childhood. They were called as Talu. But now we can say fontanelle bone area, according to medical science, which was a soft bone in your childhood. It's a very simple thing that works out, I tell you. Nobody can believe it, but it is. You don't have to pay anything, you don't have to do anything. But this Kundalini is anxious, has been anxious for years to get awakened, takes no time and just works out. Now I've been to I don't know how many countries, they say 95, somebody says, whatever it is. But people from all over the world I've seen are seekers of truth. They get their realization and they get to know the knowledge about themselves. We don't know anything about ourselves. Supposing somebody gets a cancer, we don't know how he got cancer. He gets any trouble, we don't know how he got it. All these diseases are due to our subtle centers who go out of order. If you can put these subtle centers in order, you can get rid of all your troubles and all your diseases and so-called horrifying experiences. It can make you so powerful, because not only that you know about yourself, but also you know about others. But with this knowledge, there's no harm, no harm. On the contrary, in every way you improve. In every way you are master. The other day they were telling me here we Indians are, or people from other places also, but they are worried about their jobs and so they are a little upset and this and that. But it all you overcome in no time. Your circumstances will overpower all these things and you will be amazed how you will achieve a kind of a peaceful, joyful life. Now whatever I am saying you might think is just a tall story, but it is not. You can easily get your self-realization in no time. All your problems can be solved through your self-realization, by which you will know on your fingertips what are the centers are in trouble. Here you see all the centers are being given. Say, first center is for your innocence. But it doesn't come into the plane of movement of the body. The second center is above. You can see it here above the Kundalini. And it crosses through these 6 centers. All these centers have a certain amount of qualities which you can know from the book we have, which you want to little bit know about yourself and about others. But the important thing is that you must know and try to know. It's a knowledge. It's an education of subtle knowledge of your inner powers. Now, it is easy to believe than to disbelieve. But people mostly disbelieve. They think, how is it possible? Kundalini was never raised like this before. It's not, but it is now. The time has come that you have to get yourself realized. There's nothing new, nothing special. It was to be done at this time, so it is working out. Of course, I must say that people are coming from different backgrounds and different things. It's rather difficult for them to give up those traditional stuff they had in their heads. But with Sahaja, you can easily give up all that is not the truth. And you can always take to the truth itself because you are empowered to know the truth. I can go on talking like this because it's a very long subject. And I have given so many thousands of lectures like this. But I would request you not to worry about what I'm saying or what's happening, but you should just see that you get your realization and that you feel perfectly one with yourself. This is very important because any amount of lecturing, any amount of telling you is of no convincing thing, but only thing is that you should get yourself right. For that, what do we have to do? People always ask me, what do we have to do? Do nothing. You should sit just comfortably doing nothing. So you will find your thoughts will become nirvichara. And you will become one with the divine, and as a result, you will get cool breeze coming out of your fingertips, Param Chaitanya, and also out of your fontanelle body. You can feel it. Sometimes you may feel hot. That may be due to some obstruction which we will try to remove. But mostly you get it very nicely, cool breeze, coming out of your own head. So it's not an experience which is just given by some sort of a miracle, but it's a fact that happens. Now also I would like you people to ask me some questions because I don't know if there's any doubt. So if you have any question, please ask.
Anybody wants to ask, please raise your hand.
They are anxious to have their self-realization.
No questions.
So nice to meet such people. Without, yes.
Why don't people believe on anyone? हमें विश्वास क्यों नहीं होता?
कहता है कि why don't we believe on any human being? हमें विश्वास क्यों नहीं होता है इतना जल्दी?
Because you don't know yourself. You see, you should know yourself. Then only you can believe now. First of all, we don't know ourselves, how can we believe anyone? And whatever we believe is a blind faith. First we should know ourselves. Do we know? We don't.
Okay. Hi. I know of a case who had done Kundalini yoga once and it leaded up to a psychological imbalance, chemical imbalance in the brain, basically. She had tried Kundalini yoga and after that she reached the hospital with chemical imbalance in the brain.
I think one of her friends had tried Kundalini yoga and she went into trouble and she's hospitalized.
Oh. You see, they can make anything. All kinds of yoga they can make. It's money making. It is not the experience of self-realization that you should get cool breeze on your fingertips and a cool breeze out of your own fontanel, own area. Without that, all such talks of this yoga, that yoga, it has become a big money-making proposition. And people are so money-oriented. I don't know. There was one gentleman who was finished by one sort of a organization, so his parents brought him to India. But I was not there, so they brought him to London. Then I cured him. He was all right, otherwise he was trying to commit suicide, this, that. After that also, see, the whole thing, his background was so bad that he wanted to commit suicide himself. His parents got very much worried. Then they brought him to my house. And what I found that he was completely possessed by someone. He got cured. And then he met me in London, a very famous man. I said, what had happened? He said, now I am following this one, he's another guru. I said, but why? You know he's false. Yes, I know he's false. But I am following him because I can make money out of it. I said, sinful. To do such a wrong thing is sinful. There's no need to do such a thing. But they are doing, all of them are doing like that. You should not believe anyone. Unless and until you get your realization also, you don't believe me. This is blind faith. It's not going to help. I didn't know they are doing Kundalini yoga also. I didn't know. All sorts of things have come up.
How do we know that certain guru is right? How do we know that certain guru is right?
First you get your self-realization. First you name yourself. Then immediately you know who is the right guru and who is the wrong. You can feel it on the fingertips. All the diseases, all the wrong things, you can feel it on your fingertips. That's what I'm saying. You should be knowledgeable, which you are not.
Can you speak loudly?
Can you explain how we get authentic?
So he has come to the last public program. He's coming regularly. He's saying why we feel the vibration in front of Shimataji's photograph. Why do we feel vibrations in front of Shimataji's photograph?
That's a fact. Whatever is a fact should be accepted. Supposing there is a real guru, also you feel the vibrations. There must be something about me which you will know later. All right?
What is the connection between Sahaj Yoga and healing? Can we heal ourselves and others?
What is the connection between Sahaja Yoga and healing? Can we heal ourselves?
Yes, in Sahaj you can. In Sahaj you can because you know your chakras. And when the chakras are in your body, then only you get sick. So when you cure your chakras, you are all first cure. It's not your problem. 99% people have seen they get cured. We also have a hospital in India where the charges are very minimum just for stay and stay. And people are getting cured there. So many doctors. The other day I talked to the International Medical College. Then I talked to the other one. All doctors were there.
Medical conference.
Medical conference. And they were all very much surprised because they don't know the medical science is not complete. I said you should know about surgery. Then your science will be complete because they can't cure many diseases. Why? From where those, how these troubles come in? How do you get these diseases? They don't know. Just go on giving injections, this, that, nothing works out. You will also become experts, though you are not doctors. Because it is a subtle system within us. If you know how to improve the subtle system, you can improve the body.
How much time it takes to improve thoughtlessness of mind?
How much time it takes to become thoughtlessness?
It doesn't take much time. Just today you might become. But some people it does. I know of gentleman who is always reading too much and his mind is all the time in there. I said, you stop your reading and you become thoughtless. He could not. He's so much fond of reading this, reading that nonsense. I said, at least read something sensible. They are born reading like this and talking like this, is what's the use? He told me there's one book in which they have written that Sri Rama was this and Sitaji was like this. I said, how does he know? Is he a realized soul? No, he's a great writer. There are such great writers who have come out. And he doesn't become thoughtless, you know. Now, of course, I managed this last time, I would say. But too much reading, too much of thinking also stops. So if you can just meditate, it works out.
You're told there is only one.
There is no timing for surgery. No timing. I can't say when will you get your realization, how much time, but just now it should be so quick. But you have to get steadiness. For that you have to meditate. It's very important. So I've seen that many people who come to Surge Yoga also get lost because they do not meditate. For 10 minutes at the most in the night, you have to meditate. 10 minutes, not more. But how much it helps you will be amazed, you will grow with it.
You're told there is only one God. Why do we say sometimes Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati like that?
Previous public program के public program से आ रहे हैं कह रहे हैं there is one God, then why should, if there is one God, then why should we say Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, Mahakali?
There is one God. Yes, but that is what is the goddess. See, all this has, as we know that now today, you know, the 5th day of the goddess is the Navratri. Many people say, why should we? Because it is there, that's a fact. You try and see for yourself it is true or not. There is one God, but these are the powers of one Devi. And Devi is part and parcel of the same God. We should know what is our trouble. Supposing you are suffering, say, from problems of money, then Mahalakshmi you must worship. Because God has not made you just like one pot. No, you have all these powers within you, of these goddesses, and if something goes wrong with you, you have to correct it. You are not made with one eye, one nose, are you?
And how other religious people will trust this? Because people of other faith cannot believe this. Mahalakshmi, Mahakali.
People of other religion, how will they follow the sage?
There are so many who are following. Because they want to have the truth. In other religion also there is a lot of truth. Like we also have Christ on this center. On this Sakya, there is Christ. There is Muhammad Sahib here on the stomach. So we have them, all of them, within us. They are not separate. But we don't know. We have Guru Nanak here. All of these things are with us, within us. They are worked for us. And they exist. But we don't know, so we go on fighting. It's no question of Hindus following Surge Yoga. Mostly there are, except for in India, abroad all of them Christians and Muslims, all kinds of people. So many Muslims now in a place called Benin. I don't know if you have heard the name or not, but we have 12 countries in the southwest of Africa who are following Sir Yoga. They are all Muslims, all Muslims.
There are so many Vedas, Granthas and all what we everybody read from childhood and all. What is Mataji's view about all those Vedas, Granthas and
There is so many Vedas and scriptures. What is the meaning of Srimataji's views on those one should read?
You see, first of all, you become self-realized. You yourself will know what Vedas are all right, what are not. See, it is first of all, you must have the eyes to see. I think you take your self-realization, what's the use of my telling you anything? You should have your own opinion about it, isn't it? You should see for yourself. Don't believe whatever I am saying. You must first see yourself. We are following everything blindly without knowing anything about them and about ourselves. So first of all, if you know yourself, then you will be able to follow it much better and understand it much better. When you don't know, if your eyes are not there, how can you walk in?
First, I apologize for asking this question that are you realized and what is being like realized?
See, I apologize for asking this question. Are you realized and how do you give realization?
You see, just listen. Whatever I say don't believe. But if you get realization, then you will get the answer. Without doubt, how can you know what I am? Whatever I am, you can't see. You can't know. I can deceive you. Alright? But see for yourself what I'm trying all the time, that if you get your self-realization, you know. If you don't get your self-realization, it's a muddled up head. First of all, you take your self-realization. That's all I promise.
Can I have faith in Mataji and at the same time follow one or two other gurus also? Is there any problem?
And can I follow Sri Mataji and also other two gurus?
No, if the guru is alright, I don't mind. But you must first find out the guru, what sort of a fellow he is. Alright? These days most of them are modern ones, be careful.
What is actually self-realization?
Sajjava talks about living the present. Does that mean we should not look back at the past and plan for the future?
Can you speak loudly?
No, Science Yoga tells about the
Sajjava
present.
talks about living the present. Does that mean that we don't look back at the past or plan for the future?
Sajjava talks about living in the present. So does that mean we should not look our past?
No use. No use looking at your past. What is the use? It's finished. Why waste energy on that?
Future. What about future?
Future also don't worry. Future will come before you. You will solve the problems of your future also. You become so powerful. You don't have to worry about looking at the future or the past. Why?
What is self-realization? What is self-realization?
That you should feel now, I agree. But first you understand that you have to get self-realization. Alright? Now if you get it, you will know what it is.
Is it knowing consciousness? Is it knowing consciousness?
Is it knowing consciousness?
Is
Of
this
course, it is awareness,
that's all.
highest awareness, in which you are aware as to what is right, what is wrong, what is truth, what is falsehood. Everything you realize, your awareness, because just now our awareness is not of that level. It's not of that, I should say, understanding. But once you get your self-realization, you know. Immediately you know. It's a knowledge expanded.
Can we start self-realization? Can we start the self-realization? Can we start the self-realization?
All right. That's the best question. First of all, you ought to know you're very important. In the evolutionary state now, you're standing on the brink of jumping into a new awareness. And for that, you must have respect for it, first of all. If you have no respect for yourself, it won't work. It's very important that if you condemn yourself or you think you are no good, it won't work out. It will work out if you have your self-respect. Now I would request you to put your hands like this towards the ground. Sit comfortably. Firstly, sit comfortably. It's just a comfortable sitting here. Just put your hands like the namaz, you can say. If you are wearing shoes so please take off shoes. Those who have felt cool or hot breeze on their fingertips or out of their fontanelle vein area, please raise your hands. All both hands, please. May God bless you. May God bless you. Wonderful. May God bless you.